Hey guys, Zybak here, and welcome to episode number 8 of Gamers Digest. First thing in the news, this guy, he's fucking crazy. If you guys aren't familiar with what happened in Norway, this guy, Anders B. Breivik, I'm not sure if that's how you say his name, but he went on a rampage and killed 93 innocent people. Now you're probably asking yourself, why is this in Gamers Digest? This doesn't have to do with gaming at all, blah 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 blah. Actually it does, and that's what really concerns me. The thing that pisses me off is the news media prints things like this. On a Facebook account that Norwegian media outlets have attributed to Breivik, he describes himself as having Christian conservative views. He says he enjoys hunting and games like World of Warcraft and Modern Warfare 2. Now what frustrates me is they put this at the very end of the article. Now the whole rest of the article is filled with like why he did it, what exactly happened, blah 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 blah, and then they just tack this shit on at the very end to throw the blame on video games. I hate to break it to you, but crazy people play video games, crazy people drive cars, crazy people eat at fucking Burger King. It doesn't mean it's Burger King's fault that, somebody's crazy and kills people. And I just find it really annoying that, video games get the blame for stuff that is so, it's just crap. And this is definitely not the first time they try to throw the blame on video games. I know with the Virginia Tech shootings they try to do that. I actually live in Radford, which is close to Virginia Tech, so that kind of hit home. They try to do it for Columbine. Basically, I really don't understand why everyone thinks it's video games. People are crazy. It's not video games that influence people. There's millions of kids that play Call of Duty. That doesn't mean they're going to grow up and be serial killers. And I'm not really going to dwell on this story too much because it's just a really shitty thing that happened. And I know I have a lot of people that watch me in Norway, and my heart's with you. I feel sorry for you guys, and I hope the best for everyone in Norway. And, that just sucks. Now onto some more great news. It turns out a couple in China sold their children so they could continue playing MMOs. They sold their son for $4,600 and they sold their daughter for $500, and their motive was to play video games because they didn't have any money, so they sold their kids to continue to play video games. Now the best part of this story is they claim they didn't know it was against the law to do that, and when they were asked they said, "We don't want to raise them, we just want to sell them for money." They were actually quoted saying that exactly. And, these people should be executed. And this is the same country that forces their prisoners to grind gold in MMOs so they can sell it and make money for the prison. Now, I know a lot of people complain about the United States and how we're going to shit, blah, 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 but just be happy you don't live in China. And I know some of you guys are like, oh, you're offending Chinese people when you say it. Guess what? Chinese people aren't going to watch this video. The Chinese government blocks websites like YouTube, Google. Any website that the Chinese government doesn't feel is completely for them, they won't let you see. So basically, 99.9% of the internet, Chinese people can't see because of the IP blocks, and basically the Chinese government just censors everything because it's really fucking corrupt and awful. Now onto some cool news unless you're Blizzard, and this is the Blizzard product slate. This was leaked, and this is not official, by the way, so don't take all of this to heart. This is kind of a rough estimate, and this isn't an official Blizzard thing. This obviously got leaked by an employee or something, but it's been pretty right on the mark. Now, the bad thing for Blizzard is I think this might be legit. This might be the actual product slate, which is not too good for Blizzard because their whole secretive thing kind of went down the drain, and this timeline actually makes sense. Having the last WoW expansion come out when Titan comes out, that makes sense. I don't know how many people are actually going to play the last WoW expansion, let's be honest. The WoW movie coming out in 2013, that's going to be awesome. Hopefully they don't make it bad. I think it has a lot of potential to be an amazing movie, and I really hope they do Arthur Illidan or a really cool storyline like that. But I think this might be legit because it's been right 2 or 3 times now, and it's not too good for them. Now onto some Feral Druid Blue posts, and these are very interesting. Now what they say here is Feral Druids are doing great in PvE, blah blah blah. I agree with that 100%. They actually address that Unheeded Warning is broken, which I agree with because they were stupid in the way that they buffed us by increasing all of our weapon damage because Feral Druids have always scaled horribly. So Blizzard compensates by that by making us do like 10,000% weapon damage, blah 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 blah. And that means Unheeded Warning, which increases our weapon damage. And when it goes off with almost 1,000% weapon damage for Ravage, it just makes us hit retarded numbers. And when Unheeded Warning procs, basically my Mangle and Shred damage go up by like 35 to 40%. Now knowing Blizzard, they're not going to fix Unheeded Warning. They're going to nerf Predator's Swiftness and leave Unheeded Warning completely broken, and nerf something that didn't need to get nerfed because they're too damn lazy to nerf the thing that actually needs to get nerfed. Now what sucks about Feral Druids is we're really misunderstood. No one knows how we work because we're the new kids on the block, and Feral Druids really haven't been viable in high-end arena until this point. So it's really easy for people just to sit back and complain about feral druids because they have no idea how we actually work. Now, I'm not saying that we're 100%, you know, in line. I think they should switch some things up. I think they should, A, nerf our damage, nerf Berserk, give us more survivability, and give us shapeshifting back. That's my solution to this. Basically, I'd be okay if they just took Berserk out of the game and gave us some sort of PvE buff. In a perfect world, they'd have one skill for PvE, one skill for PvP. Have Mangle hit for X amount in PvE, X amount in PvP, instead of trying to balance one ability for both. Something like that is never going to happen because that costs a lot of money, and Blizzard's not going to put that much money into a system like that because they know their game's going to die soon eventually, and that's why they're working on Titan. They wouldn't be working on Titan if they knew WoW was going to be around for a while, but they know WoW's on its last legs. That's why they're introducing things like faction changes, race changes, the Blizzard store. They're just trying to get as much money out of WoW as they can before they go on to the next thing. This next blue post is very interesting. Feral stealth isn't superior to rogues. Now, I'm not really sure who tested that, but they deserve a Darwin Award because they must be just completely retarded. I don't know. I really don't know how you get that. How do you... I dueled Mercator and self-serve for like 4 hours collectively, and I think each one of them probably got one opener on me. I got the opener every other time, and it got to the points where they wouldn't even get in stealth. They just spam Fan of Knives because they just wanted to hopefully get me out because I got the opener anyway. I'm not really sure who tested that, but that's not true at all. Feral stealth is so much better than rogue stealth, and I'm not... they're just blatantly lying at this point. Why? That is... what a joke. Like, what a joke. And then they're just like, oh, well, if each person gets the talents, but it's the same, blah, blah, blah. That is so, that is just so wrong. It's not even true at all. I really don't see where they're getting that. Star Wars, pa, 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 pa. If you guys already haven't heard, you can pre-order Star Wars The Old Republic. If you pre-order it, you get to play it 3 days earlier, and that's if you get the Standard Edition or the Digital Deluxe Edition, I believe. And if you get the Collector's Edition, which I luckily got a hold of, the Collector's Edition actually sold out in like 2 hours or something crazy like that. But you get all that crap right there, the CDs, the Authenticator, the Darth Malgus statue, all that crap that I don't really care about. But the most important thing, you get to play 6 days earlier. And what's cool about that is while all you guys are competing for resources and quest mobs, I'll be so far ahead of you guys that I won't have to compete for any of that crap. So I'm pretty stoked about getting a hold of the Collector's Edition. The Collector's Edition was really expensive. It costed $157, but again, playing 6 days earlier, getting that far ahead of the game and all the competition is going to be so clutch. I know a lot of you guys sent me PMs saying GameStop accidentally leaked the release date, January 2nd. Guys, that's just a placeholder date. GameStop just put that on there to put that on there. There's no reason. I really doubt it's going to come out January 2nd. That would make no sense. My guess is it's probably going to be late November or early December for the release date because that makes sense. You want to release games on the holidays so people can get it for Christmas, things like that. I think it won't be any later than that. I think early December is probably the latest it'll be. But there is no official release date. This is all speculation. But I feel late November, early December. Speaking of Star Wars, they actually released a new trailer, the Join the Fight trailer. And this goes over all the classes and their personalities and their little mechanics and stuff. And I will warn you, it is kind of cheesy. But most in-game cinematics are cheesy. WoW's in-game cinematics were cheesy. Star Wars' in-game cinematics are cheesy. It just goes along with it. But it's mainly just to show you the mechanics and kind of how the class functions.
Face down all darkness in the galaxy.
The only good Imperial is a dead Imperial.
I wasn't planning to live forever anyway. I'm in.
May the Force be with us.
My hate knows no bounds.
Dangerous jobs are my specialty.
I'll eliminate any threat to the Empire.
there will be no survivors.
That's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that trailer. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a hold of a Naga Epic to give away this week, but I was able to get a Naga Molten. All you have to do to have a chance to win this mouse is thumbs up, favorite, and comment on this video, and be sure to be subscribed to Gamers Digest, and I'll be sending a PM to the winner right before next week's Gamers Digest comes out. And that'll do it for this video. Good luck in the contest.